Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards. Makes it 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Hard throw, incomplete. Charles, that's an important 3rd down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a 2nd guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. He had a little bit of a turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he's got some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So many different weapons available in that Patriot backfield. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. He finds an opening past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. In for the score. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Richmond.
The drive starts with a run by White. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Reset. Tiger.
To throw on second is Watson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. New England on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Got three.
Watson now to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So 1:56 to play in this first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs. all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On first down, Watson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st and 10, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Second and 10 now from the 27. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bucks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a toss play. This is White, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Green the line. Green the line.
Watson now to throw on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the gun, here's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's White. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Down. Black 22.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Richmond. Down.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Gostkowski for the point after. Gostkowski with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Right back to him on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route.
And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Their mobile, agile quarterback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them 1 closer. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Here's Watson. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Over the middle, Dorsett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called, not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep. Oh, it's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Third and long. It's Watson. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Watson. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
New England on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Watson now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for New England, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.